Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly reading. So this is the astrology and tarot and an oracle card for this coming week, July 9th through to the 15th. So if you're up with the astrology, you might know that there's quite a lot going on this week. We have quite a few things, so I'm going to pace myself through what we've got going on. So starting with Monday, we have the Sun trine with Neptune. So Sun in Cancer trine with Neptune in Pisces. This is a very smooth energy. This is a very positive spiritual energy. So if you've been wanting to do something, it depends on where you are in the world. It could sort of be Sunday, Monday, depending where you are in the world. But if you've been wanting to do something that is creative or spiritual, or get connected again to something higher to do with your path, something to do with psychic development or dream work, all these type of things to do with nurturing spirituality or nurturing your connection to something higher than the day-to-day life, that is a good time to do it Sunday, Monday with Sun trine Neptune. And it's also, it can be a bit of a, for some people, this can be a bit of a romantic energy when it comes to soulmates on a higher frequency. So maybe not so much on the day-to-day practical level, but maybe on, you know, the higher heart chakra level, on the higher spiritual level, sort of feeling a connection to not just soulmates, but maybe your spirit guides or deceased loved ones as well. That's another thing. So we also have on around midweek on Wednesday, Venus, the planet of love and also affects finances, is going to very practical earth sign Virgo. So what I like about this energy is it's really nice for the earth sign. So if you are a Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, this is very good for you this week. So not just this week, but Venus, as it moves into Virgo, will stay there for a little while, usually, you know, several weeks at least. So this is a nice practical energy. It's good for organizing. Venus in Virgo, the only thing is, you know, when it comes to love, Venus in Virgo can be a little bit picky. She can be a little bit critical or critiquing of, you know, her partner. So watch out for being overly critical in love. With this energy, that's the only downside I would say to it. But it's a really good time to work on organization of, you know, practical things such as organizing your finances or organizing your home in a very practical way. You might want to bring in some practical elements like new plants into your home, or organize some drawers, or, you know, declutter. That's very much Venus in Virgo energy. And it can be quite positive also for the Cancerians and Scorpios as well. It can be quite positive, this transit. The two big things this week is midweek. We also have Jupiter going direct. And this is awesome for, you know, if you're a Sagittarius or a Pisces, even if you're ruled or co-ruled by Jupiter. If you're a fire sign, it's also good, but it's actually good for everybody because Jupiter is about growth and your development in this lifetime, how you grow in life. And with Jupiter going direct now, it's almost like finally, and by the way, it's in Scorpio still, so it's like finally we can get our finances sorted out. Finally, we can move forward with some, you know, things to do with our financial prospects, abundance, transformation, positive transformation, and just there's a bit more of a feeling of hope in the air now with Jupiter going direct. When Jupiter's retrograde, it can feel like everything, you know, has been on hold for a while, but now it's like, okay, let's get it happening. You know, things are starting to move, okay? And definitely related to financial things, intimacy, deeper relationship connections, and even spirituality as well. The other huge thing this week, and this is the biggest news this week, is there is a partial solar eclipse in the sign of Cancer. It's on 20 degrees of Cancer, and this is on Thursday, on the 12th of July. So this will be quite beneficial for Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancerian people, though, you know, the solar eclipse overall is quite positive compared to a lunar eclipse, which can be much more emotional, and we will have a lunar eclipse coming up. We are in eclipse season now, so we've got 2 more eclipses coming up, but I'll talk about those later on in other weekly readings when they're coming up. But this week the focus is on growth related to Cancerian issues, and it does make a kind of intense aspect involving Pluto. So it is a little bit, I said it was good for the water signs, but, you know, it might not be immediately like, wow. It might be kind of like, oh, I have to face this difficult sort of aspect or this challenging sort of part of my life so that I can grow, that type of thing. But it is connected with emotion. It is connected with family. you know, soul family, even where you feel connected to other people in a deep sense, but also your sense of security in life and your tribe and people that you connect to. But also, because it's in a water sign, it's really, really important at this time to really listen to your intuition. And I always say that, but it's, you know, certain influences come in and they really get us to pay attention to that inner voice inside. And this solar eclipse is definitely doing that. Being in a water sign, Cancer, which is very sensitive and psychic, just like, you know, the other water signs, Scorpio and Pisces, it is getting us to tune into our intuition and listen to that sort of inner voice that's guiding us and prompting us. You know, what are the messages that you're getting at this time? What are you getting signs and omens that are quite striking and you're like, whoa, that, I couldn't make this up. You know, that sign was really strong. That type of thing is what the energy can sort of stimulate with the solar eclipse. There can be, as I said, signs and omens, but also deep feelings, even deep secretive feelings that you're kind of working on a very deep inner level and you're trying to understand. And these could be down to really deep soul and emotional issues for your life. The next eclipse will be late in July in Aquarius, and that's going to be a much more difficult energy because it is more emotional with the lunar eclipse. But this one is, you know, it's not super easy, but it's kind of challenging, and then there's potential. Also with the eclipses, you know, the energy is present at the time, but it can unfold over the next many months. So everything doesn't happen instantly under the solar eclipse. It can kind of trigger certain things, even just internally on an emotional level. It can trigger you, and then you can see developments coming later, you know, down the track. The last aspect I want to mention for this week is on Friday the 13th, Sun opposite Pluto. So kind of interesting for Friday the 13th. But, you know, on Friday I would say just be careful of clashing with people in authority, or people that have some authority in your life in some way, people that you look up to, whether it's bosses, parents, you know, even a spouse, you know. So it could be that there's a clash of some kind on Friday. Do watch out for kind of being insensitive or taking things very personally and having a bad reaction to a situation on Friday, especially I want to say either at home or in the workplace, because that seems to be where it's the strongest energy, what I'm picking up on. So anyway, that was the astrology. Okay, so I'm going to go to some cards for us now and see. I've got the Psychic Tarot Oracle by John Holland, and I've got the Guardian Angel reading cards, which are a new deck that I bought. I posted a picture of those ones on Instagram. You can find me on Instagram at Susan Starlight, so feel free to follow me there if you're looking for a personal reading. Just to let everyone know, I'm very busy at the moment. It is school holidays. I am a mum, so I'm also really busy with mum duties. But yeah, so look, really at the moment, if you're wanting a reading, it's going to be at least 12 to 14 days. I mean, 10 to 14 days, 10 to 15 days, around that, okay? And I don't like to rush my readings. I like to give 100% to each client. I like to give very high quality readings. So find the links below to my online store where you can read reviews from people all over the world. And yeah, it is a bit of a wait, but as I said, I'd like to do quality readings for people. So all right, let's have a look into the energies for this week. Where am I? There's something here. Oh, I've got two cards. Okay, interesting. Didn't know that until I saw it then. Oh goodness. Okay, what else? Still something here. It's this one. Okay, let's see what we've got. Stand your ground. Interesting. Fulfillment of wishes. I like that. Awareness. Ooh, quite powerful cards. Okay, so stand your ground card. Ooh, this is about coming to a newfound sense of strength in yourself this week. And maybe with Jupiter going direct, it's like having some new realizations, because Jupiter is a very philosophical energy and it's in Scorpio, which is very deep. So having some very deep realizations of where you need to stand on your own 2 feet in your life and stand strong in yourself. And actually I'm getting the words new strength. So maybe, you know, you've had realizations about something that you need to do in your life, or something that you need to step up and face and handle and be strong about. And I feel like that's the message with this, is it's saying don't let other people control you. And if you need to speak up in a situation this week, do speak up. Try to speak up in a balanced way. But if you do speak up, you're very much more likely to get what you want, because we have the fulfillment of wishes card here, which is, I hope you can see that, there's not much glare going on there, which is like the Nine of Cups, the same as the Nine of Cups in regular tarot. So it's saying here that you will, if you need to stand your ground or speak up about something, it's actually going to lead you to getting what you want. I'm really drawn to the treasure chest here that's open, and there's this beautiful light emanating, and there's also something to do with financial freedom and financial abundance, which is coming through. And it could be about having to stand on your own 2 feet in regards to your financial situation, to sort of bring in more of a feeling of independence and abundance through your own pursuits in life, and looking at that and maybe having some realizations about that. Also, standing your ground can be, for some people, just encouragement to speak up if you feel like there's an injustice, or there's a situation that's not quite right, or things are going unsaid and something really needs to be said, to sort of take that time out to, you know, make your views known in a balanced way is what I'm getting. The awareness card is interesting here. So what I'm getting from this is, this week, it's just so interesting because it almost reminds me like of a solar eclipse energy with the circle around the head there. There's something coming into your awareness this week, which is new information. This could be coming from your guides, from a higher spiritual level. Could be psychic sort of downloads from your spirit guides or your higher self. Awareness is about, for me right now, this card is about spiritual information and higher knowledge. So perhaps this week you come into some new information that really helps you with your, you know, your path and your life. But I feel like it's about the big picture, and that again relates to Jupiter going direct, because Jupiter is about the big picture of life and seeing the big picture, not just the small story that's going on, but the bigger story of your life, like what is really going on here, and getting a higher perspective, and that actually helping you in some way. All right, so those were really good, actually pretty good, interesting cards overall. I'm going to get one guardian angel card here. Let's see. From this amazing deck. This is by, I've mentioned her before, by Debbie Malone. She's an Australian medium. And the artwork is by Amalia Chitulls. Oh my gosh, I can't say that. Amalia, there we go. You can read that. But these cards are absolutely stunning. I do have a similar deck by Debbie Malone called the Angel Reading Cards, and these are the Guardian Angel Reading Cards, and they're quite beautiful. So anyway, let's have a look what we've got for this week as an extra message. Something at the bottom, I feel. Oh wow, that's absolutely beautiful. Okay, Angel of Love. Wow. Okay, so what I'm getting with this, it's interesting because, as I said at the beginning of the week, Sun trine Neptune, there's a very spiritual higher love frequency going on with that energy. So it could be having an awareness this week of love in your life, and where there is love in your life. I just want to bring the angel closer there. And that when we come from a loving place, miracles truly are possible. And it doesn't mean putting up with situations that are dragging you down, or, you know, abusive situations, things like that. You know, you have to draw a line in the sand sometimes in situations where things have gotten too dark. But what I'm feeling here is more that if you need to forgive someone, that choosing forgiveness for yourself and them will actually release a lot of the burden. But that said, no one can tell you when to forgive. You have to come to that on your own. But there's a very light frequency here. You know, it's the number 2, which is obviously like the Two of Cups energy, you know, soulmate energy, twin flame energy, that type of energy. But it can be also to do with families, I feel. This can be with, you know, the family that you're in, your I want to say soul family, but also your physical earth family, you know, and that no matter, you know, what people say sometimes, like if you accidentally, you know, hurt someone's feelings. I mean, as I said, I'm not talking about really harsh situations that have been really negative for a long time, but I'm talking about where there is, you feel that genuine connection, you know, that's there with that person. And even for people that are struggling in some way, there is, on a higher frequency, on a soul level, there is love, and we're all learning through relationships. So there's a big focus with this message about relationships and about love. And for people that are single, this is about a soulmate that wants to come into your life at some point in the future. So if you just happen to be watching today, this is definitely soulmate messages are very, very strong here, or can even be, as I said, twin flame soulmate messages coming through really strong. So if you just happen to watch this, there's a message for you here about love, and that there is love in your life and even more love coming in. So it's very positive. I love that card. It's gorgeous. Okay, so that was the reading for the week, everybody. I hope you got something out of that, and thank you so much for watching. Have a great week. Bye.